Hi, I'm Marvin Lemus. I'm the creator, co-writer, and director of GENTE FIED. It's a web series that premiered at Sundance Film Festival. It's a seven-part like anthology about seven different characters in Boyle Heights, all dealing with like the effects of change and gentrification. My personal experiences, well, yeah, I had just moved into a new studio apartment. I was living on my own for the first time. I was in this community that was very working class Latino, and it felt like home. Like I loved being there because there's like the tiendita, there's the market that has like the like plenty of limes, because that for like reasonable prices. It wasn't a bonds trying to rip me off on like $3 mango, and but I slowly started to realize that there was a lot more hipsters moving in, and there was a lot of businesses opening up in the area. That I was just like, oh, cool, like that's dope. And then I realized I was like, oh, like my neighbors can't afford that. Like my working class, the immigrants that were like next door. Like I was like, they can't. I was like, that's not for them. And it hit me that I was like, oh, I'm a part of this change. Like even though this feels like home to me, I'm a part of this change that's coming in here because I in a different tax bracket now, and I, you know, everything that my parents wanted for me, that all the sacrifices that they made for me to have more opportunities, like I has removed me a bit from where I'm from. And and then so when I learned about Boyle Heights and the gentrification and like the community and the struggle there, I was so drawn to it because I was feeling that guilt, and I was feeling that conflict and identity of like, where do I belong. And I really saw what was happening in Will Heights as it kind of reflected that theme to me, and I wanted to really explore the different points of view of this community. And because this is a community that's a little divided in how they're fighting the gentrification of, and in a sense, like everybody's right, and there is a huge issue, and the people are being displaced, and I just wanted to kind of really kind of dig into this gray area and explore it from various points of view. Yeah, we had an incredible casting director, Beth Blanks, who is just she had worked on The Bridge. She worked on a few other projects where she was very she knew a lot of the Latino talent in LA. And I mean, I went into the project thinking, I was like, we accidentally wrote 50 different characters. And I say accidentally because, when you're making a web series, you want to try and keep it contained and tight and like, and doable. And, but we had a cast of over 50, and we're like, oh crap, like, are we going to be able to find enough like great Latino actors for this? Cause like in my head, I was like, I don't see them very often. And they started to come in, and I started to realize, I was like, oh, I was like, there were so many actors, like there were so many that I would have loved to have cast in this because they were just so good, but like we just didn't have enough roles for everybody. And I was so pleasantly surprised, and it made me feel like amazing because I was just like, oh, we're out here, like we're out there doing the damn thing. But you don't like, I didn't see them as much because they're always playing the cartels, the drug dealers. They're always on they're the immigrants, like in the background, like the guys at Home Depot, like they're always doing these stereotypical roles, and they're always on these shows that like I don't like to watch because it bugs me because it's always a stereotype. And so it was an incredible experience being able to go into this and to see the wealth of talent that is out there. And Beth just brought it, and she like showed up, like she brought all these amazing actors that and it was just incredible to be able to like bring these characters to life because we were very very adamant about trying to break stereotypes, about trying to represent Latinos and Mexicans and Mexican Americans and Chicanos in an authentic way that we don't ever get to see on screen. And to be able to like see people, these actors bringing these characters to life was just like such an incredible, beautiful experience. I think the biggest thing that I really hope people will take away is that the thing that the what I feel about gentrification is that it happens. One of the many reasons that it happens is that there's a lot of people that go into these communities thinking, oh, there's nothing here. There's like, let's make something here. And they don't see us like Latinos, like they don't see the community. They don't see the richness of the culture. Like when I go into Boyle Heights, when I'm in East LA, I just see beauty. Like I just see like so much rich culture. And I think that if you're not Latino, if you're not from there, you don't see that because when you see us on screen, you always we're dehumanized, like. And so I really hope that this series can, you are able to walk away and to, I hope you're able to walk away and see us brown faces as people, and to see that there's so much there, that there isn't nothing there, that moving in there doesn't mean that you're adding or bringing anything that wasn't already there. I mean, Sundance. We got here. I mean, because last year Macro and I, we knew about a web series that premiered at Sundance last year, and it was, I think, the first time that they had ever done a web series at Sundance. And so we were like in the middle of getting this, going into production, and so we're like, well, we have to go to Sundance with this. That was like a dream, and we were like, yeah, it might not, it probably won't happen. But we submitted, and it was the first year that they opened it up to short form episodic, and we got in, and it was incredible, and it was amazing to be able to be here and be able to represent just Chicanos on film, and in front of and behind the camera, because so much of our cast or so much of our crew was Latino, and it was just so important for me to bring that kind of representation. Yeah, we get the question a lot of where you can watch the series. We don't know yet, but please follow us on @GenteFied on Facebook, facebook.com/GenteFied, and on Instagram at GenteFied without the dash, in both of them, because as soon as we know, as soon as we know, we're gonna be telling everybody. Like, you're gonna be tired of hearing about it. So please follow us there, so that once we have that news ready for you, you'll be the first to know.